Oh yeah, a video. I'm doing a video. Hi, how's it going? I'm back from another Magfest. This is gonna be another video that's kind of fast and loose with the script, but yeah, let's just start it. So I was watching Destroy All Monsters, and I noticed this guy who's pouring totally fucks up, and they keep rolling like nothing happened. The ever-likable Mr. Bones sent me off again. Landing in DC, it's unusually warm for this time of year. It could just be my being a Minnesotan, but it felt more like spring. But you're not here for the weather report.
You get that content.
Awesome, okay. Friend Smiley gifted me this. So that's cool. I'm not explaining why exactly because I want to keep this thing moving, but I gifted 3 of my friends Coneheads on Blu-ray. They really appreciated it.
I can't fucking believe you. I should kill you.
It was only $9, I had to.
Well, that's a steal.
And then we watched Coneheads.
When we literally do this.
Cool.
It's not exactly a terrible movie, but it's not very funny either. I screened it, of course, I watched it before I put it on for the group. I knew exactly what to expect, but the Coneheads' whole bit doesn't work for me because nobody ever reacts that much to the Coneheads being weird.
When my species comes to rule this planet, your name will be on the protected rolls, and you will come to no harm.
You are wise.
Which means there's no limit on how crazy their shenanigans can get, so the result is just kind of weird and boring. There's some kind of prescient message here about immigration, what with ICE being an actual antagonist in the movie, wow. But in practice, it's still pretty poorly paced. The best thing about this movie is the insane production design at the end.
What are you showing me?
It's kind of crazy.
What are you fucking
It looks
showing
like the Half-Life 2 beta.
And then halfway through this movie, we get sent to the fucking Half-Life 2 beta. What are we doing here?
It's over. It has to
Especially this shot.
This is just a fucking beta.
Good morning. After arriving at the Gaylord, we messed around for a couple hours while everything was getting set up. Hi, Danny.
Hell yeah.
And my first panel of the day was full.
I don't think the Mega Man run is happening for me, guys.
I did eventually get the footage I needed. Someone was playing Mega Man X with lemons as controllers. See, because the gamer joke is that Mega Man shoots lemons, haha. It looked entertaining, but there wasn't enough space in the room to be there in person.
Yeah.
Friend Chow got Project 06 working on his phone, and he's been plugging away at that for most of his trip. This is fucking crazy. Technology has come a very long way. Friend D keeps putting Telesdon in interesting places, so I got plenty of photos of that throughout the trip. Anyone who was downstairs on this first day can attest to just how bad the crowd to get to the vendor expo was. It was shoulder to shoulder and you could barely move. And something caused the opening of the room to be delayed for like an hour. I ended up walking away to come back later when the situation improved. I was also going to go to the ADHD meetup, but that room was full too.
Babe, is something wrong? You aren't attacking my piglet at all. Dude, this is nuts. Watch the one contact that's going to send you flying.
They're just kissing!
I'm glad I did eventually get into the museum. This was kind of the highlight of the first day, because there was a whole lane of Toho games. For the past couple years, there have been maybe 1, 2, or 3 on the computers at any given time, but now there's just an entire lane of playable Toho games. This would eventually become my hangout spot when I needed to kill time between meetups and concerts. Overall, I hate to say this was kind of a shitty first day. For me at least. Magfest has so much going on that one person's experience is absolutely not indicative of another's. It did get way better from here after that initial rush the con wasn't prepared for, but this was kind of the low point of the trip. I didn't get to go to any of the panels I wanted to. In fact, from here on out I swore off going to any of them, because they would just get full anyways. Everyone had the same idea to be punctual, and it was just leading to a lot of overcrowding. There was also a new shuttle system that brought us to and from our hotels, and if they want to do that again, they gotta be more consistent. The schedule said they'll be active between certain hours and pick up con-goers every 30 minutes, but oftentimes the bus would just show up early and leave early regardless of how full it was, which led to a lot of confusion and often inconvenience. It was nothing a little patient waiting couldn't fix, but it's the uncertainty surrounding this part of the con that added unnecessary stress. Regardless, the whole shuttle program could be improved. It's still better than NASA's, though. There is one detail I've left out about this first day. In fact, it had the opportunity to bounce back, because that night, the Protomen were here.
Will you fight with us?
This was the first of 3 back-to-back nights where the band would perform their original albums in chronological order, leading up to the debut of Act 3, an album almost 2 decades in the making. They took forever to get on stage, just like the last time I saw them in concert, but I knew better this time. It would be worth it. It was. It was worth it. The concert was fucking awesome. Good night, every gamer. To pass some time, I played some embodiment of the Scarlet Devil in the museum space. That would be Toho 6. I used to grind on this one, but I can never beat it without continues, so I've never gotten a chance to do the extra stage with Flandre, you know, the very, very famous boss fight. I got surprisingly far for being as rusty as I am. I got to Remilia's final phase before I choked. Normally, I'm so strict with my Toho ethic that I restart if I lose a life to Chirno or Mei-Ling. Man, I love these games, I really do. I gotta find more ways to force them into my videos more often. The Hot Wheels PC was finally properly set up in the 3 years I've attended, with the wheel and everything. Playing on this is horrifying, I kinda love it. It's endearing.
Huge fan of your work.
Skibidi toilet.
You know, despite being a Toho fan, I've never seen a Fumo in person before, so it was kind of surreal to see a bunch of them. These ones were watching the Super Mario Bros. Movie. I really like this.
This is awesome, okay?
Beautiful. So these are the computers you vote on, which one you like the most. Oh, okay. Go to that computer.
Later on, we tried putting on SpongeBob Lights Camera Pants, and the Steam Deck started speaking in tongues.
Yeah.
This is fucking scary.
Fueled on friendship and granola bars, I went out for the second Protomen concert. For the album's climactic twist, when Protoman comes out, they had an actual Protoman come out from behind a curtain and have him walk through the audience. Is this why wrestling is so popular? The kayfabe here was really fun.
These good folks deserve this.
I will not fight.
You have no choice.
I'll stand beside you.
I stand alone.
You're still their hero.
Yeah, I know. But they are fools. Sometimes you gotta turn heel, baby.
It's so goofy. It's so cool. One thing I will say about these performances, they have this robot character named Kilroy. He's named after a character from the song Mr. Roboto, and he's kind of the Protomen's mascot. The audio mixing on him during the concert is so bad I couldn't tell what he was saying half the time. It's worth noting at this point that I stopped using the standalone camera for the rest of the con since my new phone was much more convenient. So if the footage looks crunchy, that's why. Hauling this expensive fat-ass thing was getting too cumbersome. Alright, that's that. Have a good night, gamers. Okay, not quite. I was trapped here for a couple hours because of the shuttle schedule. The last one stopped at 11, and the next one wouldn't start until 2 a.m. To pass the time, I ended up going to the Siva Gunner concert, and I... It was funny as fuck, but I felt like I was going delirious. None of this makes sense to anyone outside of this room. It's hellish, but in an entertaining way. Just absolute meme hell. I loved it. But please get me out of here. What a night. Good morning, Bridget from Guilty Gear. So I started the day with a trip to the Rumbling Arcade to play a few games, and that descriptor is not an exaggeration. With so many people slamming dance pads and buttons, you could feel the rumble. There's an Ultraman pinball here because the year is 2026 and every entertainment property on Earth has a pinball game. It's cool, we like to see Ultra Series rep here. Good shit. I also got some Gundam Extreme Versus in. First time playing. Didn't get any footage of my playing because I'm a bad filmmaker, but it's fun and twitchy. Kind of like the final evolution of those old PS2 games like Gundam vs. Zeta Gundam. I'm fairly certain those were ports of arcade games to begin with, so this is like the modern version of that.
It's the Simpsons button. Yeah, that's supposed to be like... Oh wait, my button. This one's broken. Bart Simpson.
I spent more time playing Toho. You know, to just pass the time. Because minutes don't really register when you're fighting for your life. That's why I love these games. They actively challenge my attention span. There's a thrill to it. The humor and the characters being so quirky help too.
The artist who was handing those out.
Wait, even the heat sink on the...
That's crazy.
That's not even... Oh, that is it.
After killing a bit of time, I attended the Casey Lee Williams concert. Now, I'm not going to get into what I think of Ruby. In many ways, this felt like returning to the scene of a crime. But I usually enjoy the songs sung by Williams that are used in the show. The series has good music. It was a great show.
Please don't make me cry. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Monty.
Then I went to Cadillac Ranch. No notes, good food.
Hey, why not use that cup holder there?
Oh, holy shit, this bus kicks ass. It has like cup holders in it.
After that, a couple hours later, was the final Protomen concert. The album they were premiering had already been posted a day before on streaming, but I wanted to save my first listen for the concert.
Thanks for having us out 3 nights in a row. This is fantastic. We thought that this would be the perfect occasion to debut it live. Because we felt like there's a connection here, and you're gonna forgive us when we really, really fuck it up.
I won't pretend like I know what's happening in the story without the album's liner notes, but yeah, I enjoyed it. Overall, I think Act 2 still has the most variety and is the most fun listen of the albums they've done. Next to ones like The Cover Up, that's still my favorite. I still think they knock it out of the park with those covers. But I think what the Protomen really excel at is the concert experience. They're really good at pumping up the crowd to get them excited for the setting they've created. Seeing the callback and reprise of a track from Act 2 between Light and Wily was fucking awesome. It took seeing these performances back to back to appreciate this story even more. The concert ending on the ever iconic Nostalgia Critic theme was the cherry on top. No, seriously, look it up. I would have loved to go to YouTuber Noodle's E3 panel since that was happening around the same time. It would have been a follow-up to my coverage of it from last year, but it was getting pretty late, and I think the Protomen concert was a good thing to end on. I had people on the inside getting footage for me anyways, so here it is. They forgot. 4 of them went, but they all forgot to get videos. But hey, the Coneheads Blu-ray I gifted them got signed, so that's pretty cool. Ugh. Good morning, bullshit. The bulk of Mag was over for me, but I figured it wouldn't hurt to just, go in for one more time.
Yeah, just seeing this compared to like the first day, it's just so crazy. Yeah, people are going home. Yeah. I'm never used to it. I'll never get used to it.
The DeVito standee was finally gone, so that was a sign to wrap things up.
At least Iris and Bob Ross are here.
I spent some time hanging out in the arcade and passing the final hour with Sonic 3 and Knuckles, the best Sonic game. I actually captured the moment the lights turned on to signal everyone to leave. And the rest of the day was spent dicking around in the hotel before going out for Korean barbecue. More dicking around, next day I wake up, it would be concerning if I didn't, and started the trek home. Shout out to driving in Alexandria, these roads are fucking awful to drive on. Anyways, I'm home and recording this now. Hi. So, conclusions. Yeah, I had fun. Again, it is kind of disappointing just how quickly the rooms fill up if you're not willing to sit in line for like an hour. But I was content just hanging out with friends, glued to them whenever they wanted to go somewhere. The only hard set things that I knew I needed to see were the Protomen concerts, and they were all really fun, so I'm glad I got to see those. I guess this is the part where I wrap things up. I'm gonna steal the epiphany friend Alice had so I have a good ending to the video. Magfest is like realizing that all the nerdy content and memes you grew up on weren't just experienced by you in a vacuum. Conventions like this stand as a reminder that there are other people just like you, molded by the same interests and sense of humor, waiting to congregate in the same place and have a good time with like-minded internet friends. Or some gay shit like that, I don't know. Happy New Year, everyone. And of course, a shout out to patrons who make trips like this much more possible. I feel it's worth mentioning in a proper video that I've changed how my pricing works. So now if you want to financially support me, it's much cheaper. I'm only charging $1 a month now for everything, so there's no higher paywall for longer videos. It's just $1, you get access to everything I make early. That's enough shilling. Special shout out to the biggest tier of patrons. This is the part of the video where you get to shine. _ It's Missing, Avok Robot, Adelaide, Alistair Gilmore, An Actual Demetrodon, Celis Ortesia, Chronicler Waba, Krazak53, Danielle V. Sykes, Irrelevant 402, Dude Bro, Easterman, Eric Guzda, Eric Lutz, Fujoshi Urinal, Godzilla Rich, Gojira King, Greninja Zach, Ham Daddy, Iron Knight, It's God Z, Jacob Hinch, Jonas Firewalker, Kadorian, Cool Bell Zero, Queer Kaiju, Little Miss Mimikins, Lobotomy Blues, Mego Muddy, Marpzilla, Matt Frank, Mech, Mulan Nguyen, Neon Yaminer, Nerdy Gamer 556, Old Metal Possum, Red Comet Harry, Ryan Santa Cruz, SG Matthews, Sammy Likes Toku, Serix, Swansea, Yoshikage Scrapper, and Zbolt. Thank you all so much. I'll try to get back to work on the next big thing.